Good to see you right here on Your World. And yes, we are outside. And if you're asking, where exactly are you guys? Well, we are at the KICC. And just in case you're wondering, Kwani, what is happening at KICC? Because there's a lot of pomp, there's a lot of color, there's a lot of things that are ongoing. Well, actually, it is the Kenya Tourism, Wildlife and Meetings, Incentives, Conferences and Exhibition, if you like, MICE Week. And that is 2025. And the theme that we are running with this year is harnessing wildlife for sustainable tourism growth, investing in conservation, communities and green prosperity. So today we'll be camped here for the 2 hours of Your World, and we'll be looking at tourism right here in the country. How are we doing? What are some of the milestones that we have hit so far? What are some of the things that maybe we could have done better? And also involving the mice, okay? And we're not talking about mice as in mouse, as in mice. No, we're talking about the meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibition, that is MICE, and the role that they play as far as tourism is concerned. So it's going to be an amazing week, right? Not week, day, and 2 hours of the show right here on Your World. And no, I am not alone. Mwikali is somewhere around. Like we said, we're camping, at KICC. So I'm pretty sure she is somewhere having fun, okay? So Wix, if you can hear me, where are you? What's happening? Wherever you are.
Thank you, Winnie. It's been a beautiful, beautiful week here at the KICC. Many exhibitions, beautiful exhibitions happening here this whole week, and it's all coming to a culmination tomorrow. And I hope you're ready, because we are here to just explore what's been happening, what's the plan, and as Kenya marks the 62nd year after Jamhuri, we want to find out what's working, especially in the tourism, wildlife, and also the MICE sector, which has been such a huge driving sector when it comes to this country in terms of its growth and all of that. So we want to find out today really what is working, what is not. How are things changing, and what are the plans for the future, even as the rebranding is happening? So at the KICC right now, Winnie, I just want to take us to an organization called Save the Elephants. Just find out what is it about and what is it that they are doing that has been working in the past, that has not been working in the past, and what the future looks like for them. So just walk with me as we go to this exhibition right over here. There's a stall for Save the Elephants. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. What's your name?
My name is Purity.
Purity, nice to meet you. Maybe you can tell us a bit about Save the Elephant and exactly what this week means to you and the industry you're in.
Thank you. So Save the Elephants is a conservation research organization, and we research anything to do with elephants. So elephant behavior, elephant movements, their interaction with our landscape, and various human-elephant interactions. Our presence here is to celebrate our heritage, key of course being elephants. And we are here to celebrate our natural world and to celebrate the heroes that help us protect this natural world.
I love that you also talk about how the journey has been. Like, there were heroes before, and then we're here. We're the heroes of today. So just looking at what it's been like and where we are at, and probably what the projection for the future looks like, what would we be yearning? So if we're here, we're having these conversations, what is it that we're looking forward to change, improve on, and all of that?
Yes, we are looking forward to a growth, to a change in terms of conservation, and just to an improvement in the life that we're living with our natural world. Yeah.
We've also experienced a bit of, a clash sometimes when it comes to, humans and our animals, not just the elephants. But in terms of all of that and creating a collaborative, beautiful space for both of them to coexist, actually just support each other as humans, step in and help our elephants. And, from your end, as you're saving the elephants, what is being done and what has been done so far? And maybe if there's anything that we'd like to probably add on or seek help, if at all, this is the platform. Tunaomba serikali.
Yes. So we have a strong collaboration and ongoing relationship with the government, and our work mostly involves providing the data that we need to understand wildlife movements, not just elephants, because wherever elephants pass through, there's a chance that other wildlife pass through. So we are constantly working with the government to make sure that these areas are monitored well. And if they come into contact with, people and local communities and settlements, then there are protocols in place to make sure that there is a reduction or mitigation in the human-wildlife conflict. Yeah.
When you talk about numbers of the elephants we've gone through quite the journey of poaching and all of that, and the numbers reducing, of all of us being told, let's protect them. They are our heritage, and we believe they are. What are the numbers looking like? Have we improved in terms of making sure that they do not get into probably extinction or having to be worried? Haziyuko na sisi tena ama zinaenda wapi?
Yes, so that is why we're here. So today we are launching the final wildlife census report put together by the WRTI, the Wildlife Research and Training Institute. But we are hopeful. We were part of the whole wildlife census that took place across the country. And so far, so good. We are hopeful. I don't want to steal thunder, but yes, we are hopeful.
So that's going to happen today?
Yes, that will happen today. Okay. Yes.
But a little insight, maybe, without probably telling us too much. Are we going in the right direction? Is it looking? Do we need to pull in more of like the top guns to help us? Ama tuko tu sawa tunaendelea vizuri.
So more support is always good. Yes. It's always good for people. It's always good for nature, and it's always good for wildlife. But at the same time, I can proudly say that we are doing good. We are doing good, but we also do need more support as well to keep doing the work that we are doing, both as private non-governmental organizations, but also as part of the government with the KWS and WRTI.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
I think we're at the right place, right time. And I don't know if Winnie, I don't know what's happening on your end. Maybe we just move over to Winnie's side and find out what is going on at the Savo Ballroom. Winnie?
All right, thanks, Mwikali. And of course, there's a lot happening today. I'm just looking at the program, and it's really, really packed today. And the president is expected to be here from around 2 p.m. And, there's something that actually the president will be launching today, which we'll tell you as we continue with the conversation. But there's a lot of things that are happening today, from the exclusive December booking holidays desk, which is absolutely here, and also other state departments booths, which are here, which we're about to go to. And we'll start with the Ministry of Tourism. But remember, this is not just an event that happened today. They've been here all week, since Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they had different themes for different days. For example, on Monday, the theme was on harnessing wildlife and sustainable tourism growth. On Tuesday, the theme was unlocking Kenya's tourism potential. On Wednesday, that was yesterday, the theme was on capacity building, research and innovation. And today, it's a presidential engagement, which, like we said, the president will actually be launching one of the policies, which we'll look at as we continue, with the conversation right about now. We are at the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife, State Department for Tourism booth, and we just want to hear what exactly does this day mean to them, or this week actually mean to them, and even as we gear towards celebrating Jamhuri Day, that is tomorrow on the 12th of December, and the theme is actually on tourism as well as wildlife. Okay, so what exactly does this mean this week mean for them as well? Okay, so I can see gentlemen over here, so just come with me. Speak to the gentleman. Hello, how are you? How are you doing this morning? I know we caught you guys off guard, but please tell us your name, who you are, and tell us a little bit about the Ministry of Tourism and why this week is very important to you.
I think my PS is here, and
the PS is here.
Yeah,
yes.
So
I to the PS. Yes.
Yes, maybe I can invite him for you so that
yes, please.
You get an opportunity to interview my PS.
Absolutely. Okay, so can we get the PS? Okay, he's around. He's somewhere. Okay. But what can you tell us really about this week and what is happening today? Because we can see a lot of booths here, a lot of exhibitions that are happening here, and also the week on the focus on tourism and wildlife, and also introducing mice into the conversation. What exactly does it mean to you?
No, this week has been dedicated for tourism, wildlife, and mice to celebrate Jamhuri. Each ministry is given that responsibility. So for this week, that is what we are trying to tell people, that want to celebrate tourism, want to celebrate wildlife, and want to celebrate meetings, conferences, and exhibitions. That's what we are trying to do, and we are using the Jamhuri Day as a platform. That's all.
And why is it important to bring in the mice? Because most of the time when we talk about tourism, when we talk about wildlife, we don't usually focus on mice. So why is it important to bring them into the conversation today?
Conference is one of the products for tourism. Conferencing, meetings. So it is part of tourism. So it is like here, this venue is KICC. So it's a conference center, and it is tourism related because people come to do business. Yes.
Yeah. People come to see KICC, tunapanda huko juu, tunaangalia the view as far as the entire Nairobi is concerned.
Take place here. A lot of conferences take place here. Yeah.
All right, I can see you're holding things that look like passport and whatnot. Do you want to tell us what that is all about? And please start with your name. Do you want to take us through what that is? Yeah, okay, yeah, because you're holding a lot of things. It looks like a passport, you know? So what exactly is this, and what do we need to know about it?
These are tourism products, and these are just tourism products and attractions, which we are trying to tell people that when you come to Kenya, signature passport for Kenya tourism products and experiences. So this is just a document that we are giving them to show what Kenya has to offer.
Do you want to show my camera person? Yeah, what? Yes.
In terms of the organization of government, the attractions which are there, and like wildlife tourism, like beach and tourism, cultural tourism, sports tourism, adventure, and agro-tourism, medical and wellness tourism. These are our products. We are just telling them, if you come to Kenya, this is what you will enjoy.
Yes, and this is very creative, putting it in a passport sort of like format. This is really, really nice. Yeah.
We can allow you to have
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, so that tells the people, and then there's a bigger one, okay? And it says, welcome to Kenya, your passport to our country. Because it's true, we have a lot to celebrate, as a country and as a people. Okay, I can see it. Hi, good morning. Very well, thank you. This is NTV. The show is Your World. We're live, and we're looking at tourism as for us as a country and what it means to us and the milestones that we have made. So I'm just curious to you, what does tourism mean to you and some of the milestones that we've hit? And just want to understand, how much of a tourist are you? Local tourist, because we want to promote local tourism as well. So I'm just curious, how much of a local tourist are you? And please start with your name. Do you want to come closer? Yes.
Yes, I'm a tourist.
Do you want to come here so that what when you want to
Okay.
Yeah.
First, my name is Dan Abuya. I'm a tourist officer from the State Department of Tourism. Well, tourism is a global phenomenon which has a lot of aspects, socially, economically, and culturally. So, being here is to enhance and to make awareness on the benefit of tourists to the whole generation, the Gen Zs, as we look forward for a good Jamhuri Day. Yeah.
Okay, so please come here, so that to Wangesana, as a tourism officer from the State Department of Tourism, how are we doing as a country as far as local tourism is concerned? Because a lot of people say, well, we want to travel outside, but then again, there's a lot to see right here in the country, a lot to celebrate. So how are we doing as a people, as Kenyans, when it comes to celebrating tourism and appreciating what we have? And what is it from your perspective maybe we can do better as far as promoting local tourism?
Well, generally what's happening, currently we are looking at different source markets. You know, there are those traditional source markets, the America, the Europe. But currently what's happening in tourism, apart from the local tourism, which is picking up, there is the South American source market, the Brazil, the China, which is also a new source market. So locally, we are not bad. Yeah, I can say locally we are not bad. There is some progress, and I can tell you there are some surveys which are being done, which are currently being done, and this being a state department, we have tourism research, which we are waiting for the results on what's happening to our local front. Yes.
I see that. What are some of those hidden gems that Kenyans hawaja tap into? Because as we know that the national park, for example, Masai Mara, and so many other treasures that probably most of us have visited. But what are some of those treasures that we have not tapped into yet that you would want Kenyans to tap into?
Well, there are very many. There are a lot of niche products which are already being tapped on. Yeah? The niche products are things, we are going into AI. Yeah? There is AI. If you look at the youths, they are into AI a lot. And niche program, like there is this how do you call it? Will remember me?
Which one?
Yeah, solar tourism. How do you call it? Huh? Astronomy. Those are niche products. Astro tourism. Yeah. There's astro tourism. Is one of the niche products. Then there's also wellness. There's wellness, which is also a product. There are also there are so many. Yeah. I can't. Yeah.
You know what? I like astrology. I really, yes, it's a fascination of mine. So at some point, is it something here that we can see as we continue with the interviews? Kuna anything that we can see? Because now na telescope iko somewhere pale, now na dome iko pale. Yeah. Okay. So we'll be visiting it as we continue. Na now na pia kuna so many representatives from the state departments, for tourism, right? Nani hapa anaweza simama na seme mimi, I have traveled the most counties. I have seen the most unique aspects about Kenya. I know tumkono na tuambie ni ngapi ya. Oh, they're all pointing towards you. Why? Cornelius, come this way. Why are you pointing this way before we cross over to Mwikali? Kwa nini mumpoint yeye ametravel sana?
Yeah, because he's our leader and he's been in the industry for quite a longer time than us, and he's been involved in matters tourism, traveling around the world, selling Kenya to people so that they can come and experience the magical Kenya. Yes.
Umeenda ngapi sasa? Tuambie tu. Umeenda places, counties ngapi, places ngapi le unaweza sema?
We have gone to the 47 counties. Okay. And each county is very the culture there. We are talking about the archaeological sites in Turkana. They're unique. We have the Great Rift Valley. It has many lakes. Yes. It has many rivers. It has a lot of wildlife areas in the Rift Valley of Kenya. So each and every county has something unique to offer. When you go to the coast, we have a long coastline, very unique. And most of our visitors would like to come here, especially so from the Europe side, because it's warm. We are friendly people. Kenyans are hospitable people, and they are friendly. So this is a destination that we are proud about as a country.
Okay, listen, you know what? At the end of the day, we cannot sit here and say, oh, county yetu hata ina kitu we have people to come and see. There's a lot. And that is why we celebrate Kenya as a country and us as a people, because from our cultures, from our heritage, from our history as a people, and the different cuisines that we have, there's something to celebrate. And I'm pretty sure Mwikali is somewhere out there, also trying to engage other people and see what they have. So Mwikali, over to you.
Thank you so much, Winnie. The sights are beautiful on this, and I am at a beautiful stall. If you've been seeing the cutaways of beautiful, beautiful ornaments made out of beads, I'm with Moriaso here, who's already called me out for wearing this here. Ananiambia, hiyo sio ya hapo jameni. Hiyo sio ya hapo, ndakuonyesha mahali inafaa kukua. Moriaso, how are you?
I'm good.
Jina ingine nimeshindwa kusema, nisaidie.
Naitwa Selena.
Selena, tuambie hii stall, umeniambia ni wanawake kadhaa, kuna vikundi kadhaa zimekuja pamoja kufanya hii kazi inayosaidia sana when it comes to mambo ya tourism.
Sasa sisi tuko women from Kajiado West na tuko group mbili. Sisi tumetoka Kiserian na wengine wametoka pande ya chini karibu na Magadi, mahali inaitwa Nyonyori. So sisi kazi inatusaidianga kwa sababu ndio kazi tunaijua na ni kazi ya mikono yetu. So tumecome together kwa sababu mtu mmoja hawezi akafanya. So tumesema tukuje pamoja tukaweza kufanya hiyo kazi, ndio kazi tunajua, tuweze kusaidia watoto wetu na jamii kwa ujumla.
Na kweli imekuwa miaka ngapi mmekuwa mkifanya hii biashara, na ulifunzwa, does it run in the family, yenye mama alikuwa anajua akafunza mtoto, umefunza mwingine, ama ulijifunza wa kwanza kwa familia yenu?
Kwa ukweli kila msichana Mmasai anajua kufanya beadwork kwa sababu hiyo ndio culture yetu na hiyo ndio kazi tunajua. So ukilelewa unalelewa ukijua kushona. So ni kazi ile ina go from mother to daughter. Wakati unafundishwa kukua msichana, pia unafundishwa kutengeneza beadwork. Ukiendelea kukua, kufundishwa kukua mwanamke.
Umesema ni vikundi vingapi?
Viwili.
Vikundi viwili. Na vinaitwaje? Pengine unaweza zipatia majina ndio mahali wako wasikie uliwa represent Moriaso.
Sisi tunaitwa Nyonyori. Huyu mmoja anaitwa Nyonyori na sisi tunaitwa Nasholai. Yes.
Kweli. Na kwa sababu hii kazi sana sana tunanunua, pia kuna local tourism yenye kama mimi hii nimetoka nayo nyumbani leo, na utaniambia ni ya wapi shortly, lakini pia kuelewa ya kwamba inasaidia pia kuuzia pia watalii wenye wanakuja, local tourism, na pia wale wengine wenye wanakuja ndani ya country yetu, to the parks and all of that.
Okay, inatusaidia kwa sababu ni culture yetu na ndio kitu tumekuwa nayo. Na tulipoona pia tourists wanapenda ama other tribes wanapenda, tukaifanya kama biashara. Ndio tuweze kukuza na kutengeneza nguzo ya mila zetu za Kimasai. Kwa hiyo tunafanya kama biashara. Yes, it's not just now an attire. Sasa imekuwa biashara.
Na hii wiki, it's been a beautiful week, celebrations left, right, center, as we talk about the state of tourism, wildlife na mais. Hii wiki mzima as we culminate to Jamhuri Day, which is tomorrow. Hii wiki inamaanisha nini kwa watu wenye wako kwa sekta yako?
Hii wiki inamaanisha kwamba tumeenda one step, especially kwa exhibition na marketing. Kwa sababu kulingana na vile sisi tunatoka remote area, hatupatangi hiyo nafasi ya kuexhibit vitu zetu ama hata kuona other culture ama other sectors, lakini leo tumepata nafasi ya kuweza kujionyesha na pia kuona. Kwa hiyo tumeelimika na pia tumeelimisha.
Na some of the challenges, kwa sababu unajua tourism sana inakuanga na high season, low season, na ikifika pale low season sijui mnajidumu kivipi. I don't know how you survive during that time. Kiswahili yangu imeenda ikapanda mlima. But, what happens during that time? Are there other activities zenye mnafanya ziwasaidie, ama what can be done to also support your sector when the season is low?
Kwa sasa tumeelimishwa kwamba market inaenda different. So tuko na table banking whereby tuna save pesa, saa ingine tunachukua on credit. So when business is low, sometimes tunachukua credit tunaeka, ama unachukua savings unaweza kufanya zile vitu au utaweza kufanya. So we've been tumeelimishwa kwamba tunaweza kusave pesa zetu. Wakati ile biashara iko chini, unaweza enda uchukue hiyo saving na uweze kufanya mambo mengine.
Asante sana. Kabla niondoke, tafadhali niambie, ati hii nimevaa hapa inafaa kukua wapi? Kwa shingo. Aha. Hey, okay. Haya, twende nionyeshe. Hey. Yeah. Sasa hii inafaa kuongezwa hapa kama choker. It's a choker over here, and then this over here. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Asante sana kwa ninino. Wacha niongee na Green Pencils Limited. All the best today. Ninarudi for personal needs. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Jina lako?
I'm Davinson. Yes.
Davinson, kampuni gani unafanya nayo? Ile imekuleta hapa. Penseli zako zinakaa vizuri sana. I love them. They're very unique.
Very right. Yes, karibuni. These are green pencils. What we do here basically, we take paper, gazeti zile mnatumia kama tuseme Nation Center, NTV and so on. Hizo mnatumia, mnatuandikia stories, you take the paper after use. Sasa we convert back to make pencils. So these pencils are made from paper. Yes. Alafu, we have just turned a pencil from a normal writing tool to an educational tool as well. At the back of these pencils utaona kuna formulas. This volume of a sphere. Utapata kuna za area of a circle, circumference of nini hizo vitu zote. Yani we are just turning a normal writing tool to an educational tool as well.
Please explain this journey to us, because najua pale Daily Nation tuna churn out magazeti kila siku. Na siku jua zinaweza geuka ziwe penseli, na pia naona pia kuna color pencil. How did this begin? To what end rather?
Okay. This began from garbage collection. Yeah, because paper in road sana kwa landslide, which forms methane, which is more poisonous than carbon itself. So we are trying to reduce the amount of paper going to the landslide. So what we do, we take the paper, sana is gazeti za kuandika za watoto nini, we convert back to it, we compress. Actually kiangalia pencil in wooden, like imeka wooden, but it's purely paper. So this is the future of pencil manufacturing. Yes.
This is really nice. What does this week mean to you then, and what do you hope to achieve kwa hii wiki yote? Kwa nini uko hapa leo?
Okay. The week has been beautiful. Thanks to the host, the ecotourism, and yes, what I want to achieve is that I want to achieve this to give you knowledge, in which that we need to be using these pencils and the wooden pencils or the imported ones. Kenyans are making a lot of things actually here, very beautiful things. This is the future of pencil manufacturing. So what you need to embrace these pencils than just buying those other pencils from imported. We make them, and we can make a lot of quantity from that, which can create a lot of job creation in the country.
Absolutely. Ninafurahi sana, and I hope you get all the support you need, because tulikuwa mezoea pencil inakaa ile red na black. red on nini. Sasa lakini nataka tujaribu tuone kama hii penseli inaandika, na pia nipatie kala moja ndio tujaribu tufungue page mpya. Kuna page? Page zimejaa? Haya, sawa. Tunaweza fanya hapa. Sijui kama here. Hey. There you go. Haya, can I have a colored one? Yes. This is really nice. Oh my God. Alafu hapa tena tuandike kubwa. There you go. Asante sana. Winnie, sijui kama wewe una penseli kama hii ama kama unajua zipo, lakini we're having an amazing time here. I know we're due for a break. So Winnie, unanipata?
Vivi, now that he's on pencil, Mwikali, and I'm like, yes, we need to, after the show, we need to go around and get all those pencils and those nice things that I'm seeing outside, okay? But there's also a lot of action happening here, at Savile Ballroom, but we need to go on a break, and then when we come back, we'll speak to more people, the different exhibitors who are here as well, and especially from the government side, just to get to see what are some of the milestones that we should be looking at to achieve, say, in the next 15 or 10 years, or even before 2030, but also take stock of where we've come from, okay, and see all the amazing and innovations that are happening as well, because kuna VR na kuna AR, exhibitions, which we'll be seeing in just a second, okay? So let's take a break, and then when we come back, there's so much to talk about, so much to see, and so much to celebrate as far as tourism is concerned right here in the country. But do stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. The show is Your World, and today we outside. It's such a beautiful day to be outside today, and we're looking at the Kenya Tourism, Wildlife and Mice Week 2025. And yes, as you can see from the background or hear from the background, the ceremony or the program for the day is about to start. But before we get to hear what will be happening today, let's speak to Dr. John Kipkorir Chumo, who is the Secretary Conservation from the State Department for Wildlife. We were at the State Department for Tourism in just a few minutes ago before we went on a break, and now we are at the State Department for Wildlife booth, and we just want to understand conservation, and especially when it comes to real estate and how we're seeing buildings coming up. Are we sort of like concerned as far as conservation and what's the impact that will have? So Dr. Chumo, thank you so much for making the time. So just a little bit, talk to us a little bit about conservation and the efforts that have been made, and what we should be looking at as a people, as a country, and also as the State Department.
Thank you so much. Today, first of all, I want to appreciate the fact that you have come to visit us, because as we approach tomorrow, as we celebrate our Chamuri Day, we have the theme on tourism and wildlife. And indeed, it's actually an opportunity for us as Kenya and as a country to showcase what we have in terms of tourism and wildlife. And under the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, we have two state departments. We have the State Department for Tourism and State Department for Wildlife. And I'm sure where we are standing, behind me you can see this is the State Department for Wildlife. And the State Department for Wildlife has given a serious mandate through the Constitution and through the legislations. One is to ensure that we protect and secure our wildlife in this country. And that is why our role through several other agencies, including KWS or Kenya Wildlife Service, is to ensure that our parks, our protected sites are actually well protected. They are conserved for purposes of increasing the number of our wildlife and ensuring that they are safe. They are not killed by any other outside there. And therefore, we want to say that the other thing is research and policy. And you are sure that for us, through what we call the Wildlife Research Training Institute, we have an institute that actually does research for purposes of knowing breeding of our animals, the number, sensors, and all those kind of things. And by the way, today we are going to release the census of the animals. You'll be able to know how many animals we have in this country as per now. In terms of, for example, I'm sure you'll want to know how many elephants are there, how many giraffes are there, rhinos are there, even hyenas. We are able to give you the numbers in terms of across the landscapes. And therefore, the other issue is about the education and awareness. And that is why we have the Wildlife Clubs of Kenya working very closely with the schools to ensure that the children and the general public understand why they need to conserve our animals. Because as a country, we are lucky. We have actually talked about tourism. Kenya enjoys the tourism in terms of tourism being one of the our revenue earner in this country. And you know what? For every 80% of the tourists that come to Kenya, most of them, by the way, they don't come to look for many other. 80 of them, for every 10, 8 tourists come to see the Big Five and all that. When they alight in whatever in KKA, the first thing they ask is, where is Masai Mara? Where is the National Park, Nairobi National Park? Where is Savo? Where is Meru? Where is Marsabit? And those kind of things. What do they want to see? They want to see our wildlife. We are endowed, and that's our heritage. And that is why today we are showing case what we need, what we are doing. And we have KWS, Kenya Wildlife Service. If they have already, we have a national park. We have brought a national park into KITC so that even those people who have never gone to KITC, they'll have an opportunity to see what we do within the parks. We have here also our headquarters, that is actually the State Department for Wildlife. We will also see KWS showing case of serious management of our parks. We shall see WRTI, that is a Wildlife Research Technical Training Institute, showing how we are training our staff And again, how we are also doing research so that we can actually ensure that we have enough health and we actually take care of the future generations of our wildlife. We also have the wildlife clubs of Kenya who are actually doing fantastic job in the schools. So I want to take this opportunity to welcome all Kenyans who are seeing this, that between now and tomorrow, there is a lot of things that are going to happen. You are welcome.
Yeah. And also, before we let you go, you talked about conservation efforts. And for example, like we're the only, I want to say country with a national park in the city. So what efforts are we doing to sort of like protect that? Because we're seeing a lot of real estate developments coming up, and we've seen a lot of people encroaching into some of these protected sites. We all know the controversy that is happening. So what efforts have been made just to ensure that we protect? And also when it comes to protecting our lives, our wildlife, cases of poaching, for example, we used to hear there was also a case of people actually taking ants and taking them somewhere. So what efforts have been made so far to really protect the sites and also our wildlife?
Yeah, thank you so much. One thing that we need to appreciate and to thank the Almighty is that they gave us a very nice ecosystem within the city. We are the only city with a very nice, vibrant national park. And therefore, we really need to take care of it. One is that we are facing challenges in terms of the population increase in this country and across other towns and urban centers. And therefore, one of the things that we are facing is, for example, closure of migratory routes, especially within, the Athi River, for example, and, the Rongai and those kind of areas. But we are working with the county governments to ensure that most of those migratory routes are opened up. And this can only be done through what we call the spatial plans that are normally developed by the counties, so that we really ensure that those structures that have been built within the migratory routes are actually removed. And all the fences, we are also trying to ensure that we fence. By the way, fencing is always supposed to be the last resort. Other animals are supposed to move around and all that. But because we are talking about a city, we're having a national park, we want to ensure that the Wananchi and the residents around and even visitors are safe. And therefore, I want to assure you that our parks, our fencing is actually well done. So the other thing that we are doing is a technology. We are using drones. We are using the modern technology to ensure that we take, our coverage in terms of ensuring to take care of the animals. So there is no, actually, I want to tell you that the extent of poaching has come down. In fact, the threats, if you can actually compare the poaching that has actually happened in this country now, for the last 10 years, it has come down. The small things that you actually hear are just, but we have the efforts that we're already putting on. Legislation, if you are found, you will just be jailed, you'll be fined, and even sometimes you are jailed for life, because there are some animals that are actually endangered. They have been put through what we call CITES. We have actually said that if you are found with, for example, maybe an elephant, or you have killed maybe rhino or those kind of, the fines are very harsh, and therefore that's why we are saying using the law, technology, and also awareness creation, working with the communities, public participation. I think we have actually managed to go far, and we still got a long way to go. But I know where we are going to is more brighter than where we have just come from. Yes. Yeah.
What a positive way, to end this conversation. So thank you so much. All the very best. And I'm pretty sure this week is very special to you, because looking at the years back, as far as Jamhuri Day is concerned, we've never had a focus on tourism and wildlife and even, mice. So I'm sure this is a very special week for you. Yeah.
And we want to take this opportunity to thank His Excellency the President, because this is his, design, because we have never seen it in the past. And every national holiday is themed with at least an article of or rather a process. And this is actually the whole of this week. It has been tourism and wildlife. And we know for 10% of our GDP is actually coming from tourism. And therefore, if you are talking about 100 shillings, 10 shillings come from wildlife. and tourism. And therefore, there is, if you are talking about, that's a big percentage. That's why actually His Excellency felt today that the whole of this week we should be able to enjoy and actually showcase to the world that Kenya is on the right track, on the right trajectory, and we are actually inviting more tourists to come to Kenya. We are telling them that Kenya is safe and Kenya has a lot to offer in terms of wildlife and other potential products in terms of tourism. Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chumo. Really, really appreciate your time. And I'm pretty sure Mwikali is out there also having fun and speaking to so many exhibitors and just getting to see what they're doing and the role that they are contributing towards promoting tourism right here in the country. So Mwikali, over to you. We'll be talking about data and statistics in just a moment. But Mwikali, I'm just going to throw it to you as I get ready to go into a dome, because remember during at the State Department for Tourism, they talked about astrology. Well, I mean eco-astrology rather. Well, we'll be looking at that. Okay, I'll be looking at the stars in just a moment. But Mwikali, over to you. What are you up to?
There's a song playing in the background, Winnie. Inasema ametutoa chini akatupeleka juu, chini chini, and that is what has happened with the tourism sector, because it's grown in leaps and bounds. And with me is Angela, who's the chairperson Eco Tourism Kenya, and we're here kwa booth ya Kenya Tourism Federation. So maybe Angela, you have many titles. You have many titles. You can let us know your name and the titles and a bit about the Kenya Tourism Federation.
Thank you so much. So my name is Angela Nje here. I am the chairperson of Ecotourism Kenya and also a board member at Kenya Tourism Federation. So Kenya Tourism Federation is the umbrella body for the different tourism associations in Kenya. So we have, for example, the Kenya Hotel Keepers. Those are the hotels, the association that deals with hotels. We have COW that deals with the air operators. Then we have Ecotourism that deals with sustainability, certification, everything green, let me put it that way. Yeah? So just ensuring that how we are operating is sustainable, inclusive. So as a board member of KTF, what happens is that out of the 8 associations under KTF, we all now represent the various associations. So that's how we make up the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long has KTF been in operation?
KTF has been there for a long time, yeah. I think what most people have not been aware is how we operate as a private sector. So often people tend to think, probably it's just one-sided, the people responsible for marketing will be KTB. But now what happens is that you have private sector and then government. I always like to say KTF think of us as a small KEPSA, because we're also part of KEPSA, as the chain goes growing. So over the years, what we do is just advocate for our members in different ways, but also look at how we can work with the government, because majority of the times you'll have investors are from the private sector. And then you have now, policy drivers, which is the government, and both have to work together to grow.
That's true. And when I said earlier that the tourism industry has grown in leaps and bounds, that is very true. And I'm eager to find out what the numbers look like and what that really means. What has caused this upward growth? And maybe is it sustainable? What has changed over the years?
No, I think what we've seen is that Kenya has come of age when it comes to tourism. If we were to make comparisons just across Africa, you'll see that the Kenyan traveler is more aware. Kenyan traveler is more equipped in terms of knowledge where to travel. You see people nowadays not just going into the hotels, but also taking up their own homestays, for example, looking at camping. If you look at Naivasha over the weekend, you see so many cars going up Waiyaki just, with their camps, and people go set up and they camp. So there's all this awareness that, tourism doesn't have to be expensive. It's a narrative that used to be there, but what we are saying is that tourism is wide, it's vast. There's opportunities for everyone. If you want to do budget travel, you can. If you want to do high-end luxury, you can also do that. Yeah. So there's a wide range for everyone. And what we usually encourage people as part of just creating awareness is plan in advance. Like now, the coast rooms are full. Yeah.
And this week has been quite a highlight for us as a country, opening up the doors for people to just come in and ask questions, and also to put your names out there to just understand that this is what it looks like. The data look like this. We are open for you. We can do this for you. What does this particular week mean for you, even as we get into Jamhuri tomorrow?
So let me start by saying, for the longest time, and this is not just Kenya, Africa-wide, we always say tourism is a pillar for growth. Why is it a pillar for growth? Because once a tourist comes, and a tourist can be domestic or international, even regional, you have Ugandans, Rwandans coming in. So when we talk about a tourist, they will need food, they will need accommodation, they will need water, they will need fruits, all these things. They'll need transport. Somebody needs to provide it. So what happens is that tourism spreads out to the whole economy. So everyone is benefiting. So you use one thing, but the many different sectors are actually benefiting. So why do we feel this week has been important, to be honest? Because we are genuinely starting to recognize, we're not just saying it on paper, and we can actually see the interaction between public and private sector. We can see that partnership grow. We're actually moving beyond to say it's not just about saying, public partnerships work. We're actually putting it to task. And one of the things is that just having this week creates more awareness, but it also appreciates us that as we celebrate the many, many years for Jamhuri Day, we are now recognizing that the traveler of Kenya has come of age. Yeah.
I sort of met your organization where you're a chairperson before I met you. I was at Green Pencils Limited and they mentioned ecotourism, and if you could just mention a little bit about that before we move on to the next booth.
Oh, so as I mentioned about ecotourism, our job is to create awareness, linking communities within the conservancies that we operate in and just around. So when we talk about linking communities, we're not just talking about those in the reserves or in the beaches, but we're also looking at responsible practices and responsible businesses that we can actually undertake. For example, now the green pencils that you mentioned, we work with suppliers who are conscious about the environment, but also conscious about the people. So the awareness is in both sides. Often we've been told, you guys only talk about conserving the environment, wanyama, but we are now saying we're also thinking about the practices, the policies, the processes in which we create our work, so that we're enjoying there is circularity. We're making sure there is circularity. So for example, the green pencils, guys, you can use them, plant them. If you're doing a conference, you don't have to have so much waste. Single things such as mice. Kenya is looking to grow mice. We are now saying we're reducing single-use plastics. So it's just practicing in a responsible way.
And congratulations on that. So ask me why I love Kenya. So why do you love Kenya?
Ask you because you gave me the badge. Why?
I will give you my answer.
So let me tell you why I love Kenya, because this is the only destination that you'll enjoy, let me put quote unquote, heaven on earth. If you want beach, you go to Lamu and see the sunsets, they're amazing. If you go up north and you're looking at the stars, which is one of the new products that KTB is also pushing, astronomy, it's amazing. And the food, come on guys.
Heaven on earth.
So why wouldn't I love Kenya?
Absolutely. It's motherland for me. I love every bit of it, and the food is amazing. The people are amazing. Different destinations. I mean, we take pictures in some parts of this country, and we think we are gorgeous as well. Angela, that's the attitude. I'm just saying, you take pictures in some places here, and people think, "Are you in Dubai? Is a sand dunes in
Nizawapi?" And you're like, we have it, and it goes beyond just the natural attractions. It's the people, it's the culture, it's the outfits. If you walk around, you'll see various items being sold, and it's just amazing to be Kenyan. Honestly, it's a proud moment for all of us. And maybe even just to mention, as Ecotourism Kenya and Kenya Tourism Federation, we're actually launching the Responsible Traveler Guide. And this is to now educate, this traveler who's come of age, the one who's ensuring our numbers are growing, on how to really travel sustainably.
That's really nice. So it's not just on the sector, it's also as me as a traveler, what is my responsibility and what do I need to do? So what are some of the things, if you don't mind, just quickly before I hand over to Winnie, what are some of the things that as a traveler I need to be mindful of?
So one of the things we talk about is reducing single-use plastics. You know, those plastics end up in the ocean. It takes millions of years. Then me and you are saying, I'm eating healthily. Tunakula fish. Kumbe tunakula plastic. But on a lighter note, it's just making sure that you're conscious. So one, it could be reducing single-use plastics. Two, it can be natural resources. How much water are you using when you're in the hotel? Unamwaga kila pali. Food waste management. Simbaka ujaze saani, jaya alafu ukule quarter, then you throw the rest of the food. It's very simple, practical things, including supporting local businesses. Ukiwa pale Mombasa in the next few days, enda kwa hiyo kibanda, nunua kitu, and you know, you'll have supported a local Kenyan just.
Angela, umejua je naenda Mombasa? How did you know? That is Angela Nje here, who's the chairperson, Ecotourism Kenya, and also on the board of Kenya Tourism Federation. I don't know what's happening on your end, Winnie. Are you having as much fun as I am? I'm learning so much that even as a traveler, I have such a huge responsibility to take care of the environment and to also grow the economy of this country. Over to you, Winnie.
Thanks, Wix. And it's true. We all have our individual roles to play. Instead of just blaming what is the Gava doing, what is the ministry doing, what is the Kenya Tourism Board doing, the bigger question should be, what am I doing to contribute towards tourism? And we have a very, very fun question for you this morning right here on Your World. And the question is, if Kenya were a soundtrack, which song or vibe would capture its spirit? I really like this question. If Kenya were a soundtrack, which song or vibe would capture its spirit? That is the question that we're asking you this morning. Engage with us on our social media platforms at NTV Kenya across all board. Tag me at Lubembe_Winnie and at It's Mwikali Mary on X. Or if you want to contribute through our WhatsApp number 0112 500 400, again, by all means, feel free to do so. But mix, like I promised you, mimi naenda sky, okay? Ninajua astrology kunafanyikaga nini, and look at all the stars, and maybe we'll be seeing a couple of shooting stars. But really, to help us with our conversation, I am joined by Kimani from Leo Sky Africa. Kimani, umesema hapa kuna telescopes. Mimi nikitaka kwenda space ninaenda vizuri sana. Aya, kuja hii side ndio sasa uniambie vizuri maneno juu. Naona there's this big thing here, and then there's this one, and then there's a dome behind us. Kunaenda wapi? Because mimi nataka kwenda space.
Okay, so first and foremost, Kenya has some of the best skies, and with us today we have some an array of some of the best telescopes, not only in Kenya but in the region. And we're trying to sell the sky as a tourism product, because if we have the best skies, then people should come and see them. So we have, this is some of the equipment we use, these amazing telescopes from some of the stakeholders in our industry. And additionally, we have the planetarium, which is a dome where the night sky is replicated. The idea is to bring this thing called space closer. And so we use the telescopes, and now we also have this, what we're calling the planetarium, where the night sky is replicated, and we can show the sky from anywhere. You give us a location and a date, and we'll show you what the sky looks like from that place. Yeah.
Really? Ngoja kwanza, before we do that, so you work together with the Kenya Space Agency, right? And then we'll be getting into the dome just to get to see what exactly that is happening, right? Okay, so just tell us a little bit about the partnership and tourism, and how are people actually responding to it? Because you were saying Kenya, kama space ingekuwa there's a term that you use, sisi Kenya tungekuwa VIP. What is, just tell us a little bit about that, because sisi tukiangalia tu juu tunaona moshi.
Yeah, so Kenya, we are at a very strategic and important location. First, we are the equator. So what people in the Western world see, because in the Northern Hemisphere, we see from here. And then what guys from the Southern Hemisphere see, we also see from here. And then, so we have the best seat in the house. We say if the sky was a show, Kenya is the VIP section. Right? And not only our location, also our point, the clarity All the rest of the countries along the equator are tropical countries. So there's a lot of moisture in the sky, a lot of cloud cover. Us guys, we have 4K HD skies in certain locations. Yep. That's what we have. So if we have this thing, yeah, let's it make money for us, right?
Yes, let's. Okay, so what are some of these locations? Because you said 4 specific locations.
We have locations like Samburu, Laikipia, generally a lot of northern Kenya, Masai Mara, Savo. Are you seeing this is already established tourist locations? So the foundation for this product is already there. And what we have done in conjunction with the Kenya Space Agency and the Ministry of Tourism is to begin developing this product by training the people who communicate with our guests so they can talk about the sky. Yeah.
Sasa tukaingia huku, tunaingia ndani ya dome ndio tukaone kunafanyika nini huko. We're replicating the sky, that's what you said?
Yes, it replicates the night sky. However, right now we're just going to show you how it looks with just a sneak preview.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay.
The show is not running.
The show is not running.
Yeah, it's not on right now.
Okay, but why? Okay, fine. We'll take what we can. What we can get.
Like.
Okay. So Cornelius, come with me. Tunaingia ndani ya dome. This is us getting into the. Ooh. Okay.
The guests would sit in a circle. And then in the middle, we have the projector.
Okay.
Which now projects all across, all around us.
Okay. Can we get it? Can we get it? Okay. This is me getting into. Mwix, goodbye. I am getting into space. Ooh. Okay. This is me. Cornelius, please come. Please come with us so that we see. Okay. Ooh, this is nice.
Karibuni.
It's like, welcome to my house right here in space.
It is coming down, so we need to close the door because it's held up by.
All right, and then we close the door. Wow. Okay.
Let us close that door.
All right.
Yeah. So Karibu, you can have a seat actually.
Okay.
Yeah, have a seat. You're getting engaged.
Yes.
Behind the scenes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll put off the lights, and I want our eyes should adjust. Can you see what's up there?
Wow.
So these are our constellations. Actually, these are our constellations. So what we're able to do is replicate the night sky, and because the Earth is always moving, the stories and what we see in the night sky at 9 o'clock is very different from what we see in the night sky at maybe 12, Unioni. Yeah. So you can't see now when the light is on. We can't see what's on the thing. So yeah, this is a planetarium, and the idea is to make space more accessible to the general public. There are a couple in Kenya. There's this one. This is owned by the Kenya Space Agency. They do outreach with this, and then we have one fixed in Lavington called the Nairobi Planetarium. Leo Sky has one as well, portable planetarium. And for the first time in Africa, there's a planetarium that we built in Samburu. It's very unique. It's the only one of its kind. It's in the Samburu National Reserve. I would encourage everyone to go check it out. It is the only one of its kind in Africa. Yeah. So Kenya, we are actually making good strides in this whole astrophysics space. Yeah.
I really like that. Oh, I wish, because you see it very well when the cameras are off. I mean, the light is off. If the light is on, then we can't. But I can see patches here and there. Yes, I'll come back and visit and get to see what this is happening. Yeah.
This is just at the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. So you're most welcome back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe we can exit and then get to see what is happening outside. Because like you said, you don't just work alone, you work with the Kenya Space Agency as well. So there's a lot, to see, there's a lot for you as a person. Okay, so this is us getting out. Ooh, it's like we were in our own little world, and then you come back to planet Earth. And it's a lot of things that is happening right here. Okay, so I saw one of the videos, I think on TV. Oh, this one. Cornelius, yes, look at this. I don't know if you can see it through the TV, but yes, just take us through what that is like and what people are able to see.
this was during the launch of this was during the blood moon that happened recently. This is the planetarium that we're talking about. As I said, this is only one of its kind. This is some of the footage that we see inside, something we've just had a sneak preview of inside there. Yes, and you asked who we partner with. The Kenya Space Agency as the organization in charge of space in Kenya have been our major supporters. However, we think about space and we don't think about tourism, but we are very privileged as a nation to have a forward-thinking CS. I must say that because she really took up the concept and is running with it. Yeah, if we have the best guys some of the best guys in the world, why don't we leverage it? Yeah, so yeah, this is what we're talking about. Yes. In Africa, made of I'm trying to remember the name of that material. It's not sisal, but it's the only one.
It's also like nature.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the idea. And that's what we do. Yeah. So we've also partnered with SOPA Hotels and Lodges. They bought the idea and really have run with it. We're hoping they're the first of many hotels and hotel chains in Kenya to embrace this idea. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And we are. So as I was saying, we've also partnered with SOPA Hotels and Lodges. We're hoping one of the first of many hotels to take this. As I said earlier, we have amazing skies in almost all our main tourist locations. So if we have the thing already, we just need a missing piece of maybe the personnel to communicate the night sky. And something I'd like to mention is that we don't tell the visitors about space in their context. We tell them this is what we saw here in Africa because we were astronomers as well. It's something all cultures across the world were astronomers. In fact, Kenyans have such a rich astronomical heritage. So that's what we share. We tell them what the Kamba say, what the Kikuyu say, what the Luo say. We want to reframe our culture. We were also stargazers. Yes, and it is essential in our timings for farming, our rituals, weddings, were all based on phenomena that was in the night sky.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You know what you said? If I tell you the date I was born and the month I was born, you would be able to tell me what was happening in the sky at that time, right?
You can see in the planetarium.
It's just that then our cameras are not able to capture that very well, but I will come because I'm curious. I want to understand what is happening over there. But how are people embracing this then? Do people even know about it? Are they embracing it, or what is it that then we can do better?
Yes, and I think it's as anything that's just starting out, there are a few challenges, but and that's why we're here today, to create this awareness. But I can tell you something that happened is that once we launched the product in Samburu, they did a market test, right? And they said, this is what we're doing. And for the first time this year, it was filled. Every single room was booked, and it was booked by Kenyans. So when we talk about the interest, there has been overwhelming interest. Kenyans, we want to know these things because it's, as I said, it reframes our culture. Yeah, sometimes when we think of culture, we're thinking backward. Kumbe, we were astronomers.
Way back.
Yeah.
Oh, astronomy was a thing.
Let me give you an example that I love. The Luo have a specific name for the planet Venus. So in the night sky, they know that's not a star. They know that is something else. That is just as good as someone saying they discovered a planet. You know? So we were aware of these things. And those are some of the things we also want to use with astrotourism, reframing our culture. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Tukombele. Thank you so much, Kimani. We'll come back. Nijue. What was, maybe the skies were dancing when I was born. You never know, but we'll come back and find that out. But just walk with me, because like we said, it's action-packed. There's a lot of people in this Savo ballroom, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them have a lot of interest as far as tourism and what has been done so far, what we can do better in terms of promoting tourism right here in the country. But walk with me. I'm being guided to Nenda Wapi. There's a lot of things. Oh, we're going actually to the KICC booth because, like we said, they're the ones who are hosting, the Tourism, Wildlife and Mice 2025 week, and we'll just want to speak with them to understand what role do they play when it comes to promoting tourism right here in the country, and what we can do better as far as conferences are concerned. So come with me. Let's walk over there. I can see the booth is a little bit busy. There's a lot of people. But yes, we'll get to speak with them and get to understand where they are at, okay? So they look actually very nice and very lovely. And I see a lot of people, all dressed in like regalia and looking all beautiful. Okay, so who gets to speak with us, okay? Right here. Are we going here or are we going there? Wow. Okay, listen, there's a bit of action happening. We'll come back to the KICC booth in just a second. But yes, we're dancing. He's dancing. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. And we're celebrating our cultures. We're celebrating our heritage as a people. And this is the Bomas of Kenya booth. And look at that. Look at the regalia. Look at the instrument that is being used as well. Really a lot to celebrate as a country and as a people, as far as our different cultures and our heritage as well, and just celebrating where we've come from and where we need to go really, as far as promoting our culture and as well as our heritage. So I'm just gonna stay silent, allow you to enjoy some bit of music, and then we'll come back and talk to some people.
Everyone else maybe someone is humble. Yeah, please let me
All right. Oh, she looks very lovely dancing video to our African heritage. Hi, how are you? Sorry, we just ambushed you. This is on TV. The show is called Your World, and we're live on air right now. And we're actually just doing a walkthrough and getting to understand the different festival exhibitors that are here and what the individual roles that you're playing as far as promoting tourism right here in the country. So please tell us your name, because I can see beautiful dancer, amazing things that is happening over here. So. Oh, there's someone to speak to us. Okay, who is that special someone that you'd like us to talk to? Is it you? She's looking at you. Okay, yeah, but just say something, anything. Okay, all right, it's okay. Just come talk to us and tell us a little bit about what is happening here. Daktari amevutwa. It is okay. You look lovely. You look amazing. Please tell us your name and the role that Bomas is playing as far as promoting culture and tourism right here in the country. Because we enjoyed a little bit of music and dance.
Okay, so I'm Dr. Kahide Kiru. I work as the production manager at Bomas of Kenya. So at Bomas, we are at a unique position in the Ministry of Tourism because we are the only state corporation mandated with cultural tourism. So since 1971, we have been preserving and promoting the diversity of Kenyan cultures. And we do that through different avenues. We do it, of course, through the performing arts. We are known for that, for music, for dance. But we also have a collection of traditional artifacts. We have a restaurant specialized in traditional cuisines. So we are looking at culture really in a wholesome manner, all the different ways that our communities express their identity.
Yeah. And you see, majority of the times when we think about Bomas, right, we see the little huts and we see a lot of people from different parts of the country just coming over and get to understand our heritage and our cultures and what it looks like. But what is it about Bomas of Kenya that people have not probably figured out or found out that you would really, really want them to also experience?
Okay. So there are different new things that we are working on, of course. We are always looking for ways of growing. So one area that I think is important to mention in today's day and time is that we are moving towards digital technology, because this is the direction in which everything in this world is going. So we have several innovative projects that are looking at how can we document and showcase culture using digital technology. So if you'll have some moments, I will show you something inside there.
Yes, we can. We have time.
But I want to talk about something else before we go. And the second thing I think which is important to mention is that currently there's a flagship project of the government of Kenya taking place at Bomas, by which we are developing the biggest regional convention center in East Africa. So if you see a lot of construction and trucks coming out of Bomas at the moment, that is what's happening. And potentially, ideally by April, we'll be ready to launch it to the public. Yes.
That is really good to hear. See, we didn't know that, and now we know. Okay, so what is it that you wanted to show us? Should we go in? Okay, Cornelius, come with me. All right. Oh, it's like getting into our own little.
It requires a bit of darkness.
It's
so
okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right.
Because it requires a bit of darkness.
So what are we looking at?
So this interesting installation is called Sample.
Okay.
The Sample of Kenya essentially is a digital installation that not only archives but also gives the visitor an opportunity to play with traditional sounds of instruments. Yeah. So maybe I can show you how it works.
Okay, please come closer so that we see. Yes.
So it's very intuitive and it's very playful. You don't need to know anything about traditional music of Kenya or be an expert to be able to use it. So it's destined to all audiences, children, elderly, whoever wants to use it. So every block represents a different instrument. And when you place the block, you launch the sound of that instrument on the installation. And then you have different options of playing around with it, almost like a DJ pult. So if you lift up, you're adding volume.
Let me just pass on the mic to the speaker.
If I bring it down, I'm reducing the volume, right? And if I twist it, I'm going to get a different sample or a different sound played on the same instrument. Yeah? And then I'm invited to add onto it and build my own music with different instruments.
Real time on the TV when you move in. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is really good. Like how is that possible? How? These are the directions in which we are going, because I think everywhere in the world we are becoming more and more, dependent on digital technology. So even the way our visitors and our customers are receiving information, it has to be translated through digital platforms. Yeah. So this is what we are doing now at Bomas. Let me tell you, innovation and the power of innovation. Oh, the Luya in me wants to shake my shoulders, like this and enjoy some bit of music. So Mwikali, I'm going to make my own music over here. I wonder what you're up to over there. All right, and even as Mwikali does that, so listen, so me, no background in music, has not played any form of instrument, so then how do I, what can I do, just play with this? Yeah.
So the idea is that we took a very long time, for 2.5 years. We traveled across Kenya to document sounds of all of our instruments, yeah? And we have 8 of these installations, each representing a different region of Kenya. So the idea is that you're invited to discover the different sounds. You don't have to know anything. It is a simple mechanism of QR codes and infrared cameras, and really even the school children who are like our biggest visitors at Bomas can be able to use this technology. So you just pick a block and place it on the table. That's all you need to do.
Oh yes,
yeah. Yes.
So you see what instrument you've placed on the table via the TV. Yeah.
You can also learn something about it.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, we are due on a break, so probably let's take that, but thank you so much. This is very fascinating. I'm pretty sure I will come back and play more with the instruments, right? But let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll explore more and get to see and experience what we have as a country, and a lot to celebrate as far as tourism is concerned. So do stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Stand by. All right, welcome back to the show. The show is Your World, and today we are outside and we're celebrating tourism, wildlife, as well as mice week. And it has been an amazing week, just reminding us of Kenya as a beauty, the different things that we celebrate. And of course, today there's a lot of things that is happening. But just to remind you of the question that we're asking you this morning, I really like this question. It goes, if Kenya were a soundtrack, which song or vibe would capture its spirit? We'll be looking at your feedback as we continue with the show. But right about now, I am at the KICC, that is the Kenyatta International Convention Center booth, and we're about to speak to the bossy, Mdos. Akisema nyinyi wote mwende nyumbani, tutaenda nyumbani. But I see him shaking his head. He's like, no, I'm not chasing you. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time. Please come over here so that you can speak to us. For the people who are watching us at home, please tell us your name and how excited, on a scale of 1 to 100 you are as far as this week and the role that KICC is playing towards promoting and celebrating tourism right here in the country.
Thank you very much. My name is Mwaura James, CPA. On a scale of 1 to 100, we are at 100. We are the host. We've had the thematic week entirely within KICC, so much so that we have even established a park. So tell the guests they are not only coming to the venue today, but a park within the venue. So we've only made it even smaller. We always have a park within the city. Now we have one within KICC. It's available. You can tour and see a lot. Conventionally, what we're doing is that at the time, the government decided that every national celebration will be accompanied by a theme. For Jamhuri Day, the theme is tourism, wildlife, and mice. And the destination and the venue is KICC. So we've been hosting everybody else within that space, both private and public. And we're just showcasing our ability and capability as a destination. So we are well to go. Yes.
I see that. And celebrating, first of all, the role of mice, because just up until recently is when we started hearing conversations about mice and their contributions towards tourism. For someone who is like, okay, I mean, tunakujanga KICC, tunapanda huko juu, tunaona, the entire city. Can we talk about really the impact that it has as far as contributing towards tourism, and just quantify in terms of the numbers and what we've seen so far and what people are excited?
Thank you. Mice is technically the catalyst of tourism. And it is this context. When you find people attending business meetings, data has it that out of every 10 who visits any destination for business, come back for leisure. The possibility of coming back is at 6%. And these people do not come back alone. For Asia, they come back with friends and families. So for any business you find, for any meeting you find here, be it for heads of state, be it for a wedding, there is a likelihood of the same group coming back now for Asia, meaning mice take center stage to set pace for the rest. Kenya, as a destination in Africa, ranks between number 2 and 3. We keep on changing that position in terms of mice. That is partly because of our capacity, which will still say it's limited, and that informs the decision of the government to come up with the Bomas International Convention Center, which will supplement the available space for meetings, conferences, and incentives. Private sector has done a lot of investments. There's a lot of it in Naivasha. There's a lot of it in Mombasa going on. Kisumu is catching up. And all counties, we are demystifying mice. Lately, you said that you've started hearing much of mice lately. Yes, because it is you're demystifying. It has existed, but not in a scale that you bring it back now. So we are just informing people. The catalyst behind the rest of tourism is the meetings. You go for a business meeting, you see the destination, you're likely to go back for Asia. So that's the role of mice technically within the tourism sphere. Yes.
I see that. And we've seen lately, not lately, yeah, a lot of the times, but when there are like special events or during the holidays like Christmas, New Year's, we see KICC light up, okay? But what are some of the other things that Kenyans need to know as far as KICC? It is a landmark, as a tourism destination and attraction as well, that we need to tap into, aside from just coming to Pandeukoju to count the skyline.
Actually, KICC, it's a heritage. Just like you rightly say, we say it's the only GPS that existed in the minds of Kenyans even before the technical GPS came about. To pick any direction, go to KICC, from there you pick the direction from Nairobi. Besides that, we do a lot of mentoring for young and the grown in the MySpace. MySpace is quite wide. If you look at this setup, you tell another party to do it, you'll find it becoming a bit complicated. Besides that, we've come up with an online exhibition platform, which we'll be launching today. This will enable somebody in Kakuma, somebody in Watamu, somebody to exhibit their wares on a safe, secure platform to get in touch with their clients globally. So we are having now MICE online, so that space is no longer the factor of consideration, but reachability is the issue. So we're also tapping a lot into the technology to make sure that we remain afloat and relevant, just like any other destination globally.
I see that.
Yeah.
And then there'll be Family Fun Day happening, tomorrow. Just tell us a little about it and who gets to come. Yeah.
So we invite everybody. There will be a lot to offer. The dancing fountains, the helipad, have you said it, the park will still be available. DJs are here. Bouncing castles for the small ones. We are concluding our pool tournaments and everything else. So everybody is invited to KICC on Saturday. We'll have the best family fun day Kenya has ever had. Yeah. So karibuni yote.
Yeah. Okay, Mumeskia from Bosi. Everybody is welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
That day. Yes. We are not charging. It's free of charge. Okay. The entries are free of charge. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So if you're looking for a weekend plug, KICC is where you need to be. All right, let's cross over to Mwikali and get to hear and understand what she's doing, what mischief she's up to, even as we celebrate Tourism, Wildlife and MICE Week 2025 right here at KICC. What's over to you?
We spotlight Kenya Tourism, Wildlife and MICE Week here at the KICC. The question we're asking you on your world is, if Kenya were a soundtrack, which song or vibe would capture its spirit? If Kenya were a soundtrack, which song or vibe would capture its spirit? And on Facebook, all are hilarious. Gina Script says, Nchi ya kitu kidogo by Eric Wainaina. Wanjiko Hinga saying, that one of Samido and his Motwe, not good. Ben J anasema polisi na hongo. Yawa guys. Bro Willis Work says, I don't know how to say Usini Climb Kichwani in English, but that would be the soundtrack by a TZ guy. Sandra Peter says, For the Love of Money by the OJs. And we have Jesse Dario who says, Vibes Cartel, Poor People Land. What do I feel? Job Juma says, What a Lie by Bunny Wailer. And Biko Kivandi says, Yesu nipe uvumilivu. Mudiwa Songa says, Mapangale. Mohammed Yusuf says, Pamela. We? Na Deni anasema Kasongo. Sasa juu hiyo ni Kasongo, hiyo ndio wimbo. All right. So we're at the Eco-Tourism Kenya booth. And with me, I have Lynette. And this conversation continues from where I left it off with Angela. As a traveler, how responsible should you be? So we're just going to pick it up from there and continue as Lynette introduces herself and tells us what she does with the Eco-Tourism Kenya.
Thank you so much. My name is Lynette Kamonde, the Chief Executive Officer, Ecotourism Kenya. So at Ecotourism Kenya, our mandate within the tourism sector is to champion for responsible tourism practices within the tourism sector by linking community, tourism, and conservation. And one of our value proposition, or many value proposition within the tourism sector, we have eco certification, that is the eco rating certification for accommodation facility, both in the natural as well as the city and urban areas. And we also have the community outreach and development. Because this is a very key aspect that Ecotourism Kenya are championing to enhance community livelihood, as well as the leadership and mentorship program for the young people, whereby we look for accommodation, or let's say the host organization, so that they can go for their 3 months internship. Thank you.
Wow, that's really detailed. And what does this week mean for your organization, particularly being brought together, celebrating tourism, wildlife, and mice? What does that mean, even being given this kind of spotlight for a whole week?
So what this means is that we can be able now to broaden our mission and vision, and also to be able to sensitize and also to sensitize the members of the public in matters responsible travel, in matters community engagement, in matters environmental conservation, respect for culture and wildlife, and all that. So that's what it means. Yeah.
Great. And we started this conversation earlier with your chairperson, and when we came here, I found there's a whole immersion exercise where I need to get into to just see as a traveler what I need to do. Where did this come from? And probably just highlight tumekuwa tukikosea aje sisi kama watu wa kusafira.
Exactly. So thank you so much. Firstly, I'd like to appreciate the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife and also the state agencies for giving us this opportunity. This is actually a sustainability pavilion / innovation hub where we are talking about matters responsible and also sustainable tourism practices. And today, like he says, and also based on what my chair has already highlighted, we are going to launch the Responsible Travelers Guide, as well as signing of the commitment wall. And some of the things that we are championing is I commit to responsible options, I commit to respect the local culture, as well as support the community within, because that is very key. And also one of the key things that we do on eco-certification, that you need to commit actually to work with the responsible, so certified tour operators. Yes.
So there's a whole board over here, Kimathi, if you can just move with me. And people have been signing, I commit to the Responsible Traveler Guide, and I'm just going to do that live on air. So we scan the code?
Yes, we scan the
code. So here we go. Scanning the code, there you go. And then you open the link. So you open the link, then it takes you to this portal, and then you responsible, and then open it. And these are some of the things that are highlighted in here.
Yes. So those are some of the things that are already highlighted in choosing the responsible option, reducing the single-use plastic, choosing the certified tour operators, as well as respect for the local culture and community.
All right. And I agree, and I commit. So all I need to do right now is just sign. Fantastic. I will do just that. Let me do that. I, Mary Mwikali Mutua, I commit today on the 11th, Nisaidie Lynette, please. And the 11th of December, commit to be a responsible traveler. Then I can just, I do. There. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. High five. Thank you. And all these people have committed. And if you haven't, how can people get to commit from wherever they are if they're not at KICC today?
Okay. So they can just visit our website, and then you can be able to see on whatever you have already uploaded on a responsible, and then you can be able to sign it online.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That is Lynette, the CEO, Ecotourism Kenya. Asante sana. I want us to take a walk. There's some beautiful things that are happening on this side. And Felix, I'd met Felix earlier, and Felix introduced me to some things that I told him, please stop, because I need this. I need to hear it for the first time and be wowed for the first time. So, hi, Felix.
Hi.
Let me come to this side. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello. Hi. Hi, Mwikali.
I am fine, thank you. Introduce yourself and what your business does.
So I am Felix Mugo, but I prefer my brand name, which is Watani Griffith. So we have 3 of my brands here. I'm a creative entrepreneur, and we are focusing on innovation, sustainability, as well as conservation. So innovation in terms of fashion, art as well. So in terms of fashion, we have the bags and also have jewelry. So we are trying to see how we can voice and celebrate ourselves as Africans, and also getting to conserve the part of our wildlife that we do have and the environment at large as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So just talking about some of your products here, you can tell us what are they made from? How are they're beautiful and gorgeous. How do we then conserve the environment? What are we doing? Because I can see petals, butterflies, the wings. Are they real?
Yeah. So I have in jewelry, we have leather earrings, we have leather key tags, as well as epoxy. Now, epoxy is more of a contemporary concept that I got to have. It's a merge of the natural and the synthetic. Okay. Yeah, so the collection has 6 parts, and the first of it is the one-of-one collection. Now, this is where it touches on conservation a lot. I'm trying to voice on how we are getting to lose. You know, when we speak about wildlife and we talk about conservation, we talk about the large animals, talk about the big 5, but the little guys get overlooked. Yes. Talk about the shellfish, yes. Talk about the insects. Yes. So, for example, these are the wings of a moth.
Okay.
Yeah, just like these.
Yes, these are the big moths.
Yeah,
the
Erebus moth. It's
they
called.
Look like they have eyes at the back of their wings.
Yeah, and it was quite large when I found it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I did not kill them. I did not unalive them.
Oh, you did not unalive them?
But our actions did, as humans did. So I got to know about these when I was watching a documentary from India about how light pollution is affecting insects, the cycle of insects. You find at night they're supposed to be guided by moonlight to get to mate and to find a place to lay their eggs. But the floodlights that we do have, like the lighting we have here at night, so it draws them close. They get to struggle to find their mates, and laying eggs becomes a bit of a problem with them because you have construction. So with that happening, they get to lose their habitat, and some of them unfortunately don't lay their eggs where they're supposed to, and you find them dropped along the houses outside in the morning. So when I noticed that, I was like, I need to do something besides sweeping them and just throwing them away. So I found this as a way to immortalize them. Yeah, it's beauty, and then you realize these are our actions.
God,
it has a bittersweet aftertaste to it. Yeah, you're like,
I feel guilty. Because I get scared of them, and I'm not going to say what happens when I get scared of them. But we have bags as well, and I'm being told we need to move. But maybe we can just do maybe you can tell us so people can find your brand and can interact with it more. I see we have a QR code as well.
Yeah. So with the bags and the jewelry, now the leather aspect, it's celebrating the African woman in 3 stages. So we have the Melanin Queen, which celebrates the young girl. So it's very rounded. It's a drawstring bag. And what we're also doing is tackling the issue of our fast fashion. We are producing more, we are wearing more, we are polluting more. So
how can people get in touch with you, Felix, before Niondoke?
So how you can get in touch with us is on our socials, at Rehani Apparels for the bags, for Felice handcrafted jewelry. That is across all our platforms here, and as well as our paintings, which showcase the heritage sites at Arts by Watani Decor.
Thank you so much. I hope and pray that we have more time, but we'll find you on socials. So okay, no problem. You're welcome. All right. So data, numbers do not lie, and that's where we are headed. Are we headed there? Here. Oh, here. Thank you, Mabel. Thank you, Mabel. Hello, how are you? I am fantastic. Your name, the organization you work for, and what you do.
All right, thanks for having me. My name is Levix Dudi. I work for DataBreed Africa. I'm the CEO and founder. We are basically a tech firm. 2 divisions. We have a division called Cybersecurity and Enterprise Technology that majorly offers solutions towards, B2B to other organizations, ranging from cybersecurity to ICT infrastructure and so on. Then the second division is DB Academy. This one basically takes care of trainings and certifications. So we train people on artificial intelligence, AI, cybersecurity, as well as data-related subjects. Yeah.
And how do we connect all of that to what is happening here as we celebrate the heritage, tourism, wildlife, and Mice Week at the KICC?
Right. Right now, everything is about data. Data is basically information that you can be able to use in between various industries, whether it's tourism, whether it's wildlife, whether it's ICT or whatever. So this data is actually able to help organizations and individuals, bridge the gap between, the lack of information. So organizations or even the tourism sector can use data and technology and artificial intelligence to make better decisions, or what we call data-driven decisions.
So you're a key player here.
Key player. We offer a lot of AI solutions as well. And of course, the aspect of training, where we enable people, we enable organizations. So we train individuals and we also train corporates. Yeah.
Thank you so much for indulging me with the numbers. Thank you so much. And we're ready for Winnie on the other end. I don't know what's happening on that end, but Winnie, take it away.
Thank you so much, Mwikali. And yes, there's a lot. I wish we had like the entire day to unpack, because it's a lot happening and it's a lot to celebrate, really, as far as our country is concerned. And you talked about data and how data does not lie. That is absolutely very true. And we also want to look at the role of research and training when it comes to tourism and wildlife as well. And joining me for this part of the conversation, I am joined by Dr. Patrick Omondi, who is the director, and that is Wildlife Research and Training Institute, which was actually instituted about 4 years or 5 years ago. So Dr. Omondi, thank you so much for joining us on this important conversation. So speaking about the role of research and training, first of all, just tell us a little bit about your institute, what it does, because there's something special which will be happening later on in the day, right? Yeah.
The Wildlife Research and Training Institute is a government parastatal under the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife. It's a sister institution to Kenya Wildlife Service with the mandate to coordinate and undertake wildlife research and training. We are a TVET registered institution with a student population of slightly over 1,000. We offer competency-based training on community wildlife management, tourism and hospitality, and also fisheries and aquatic science. We also coordinate all the researchers on wildlife in the country to ensure that wildlife research informs policy and management and addresses the challenges facing them. We are headquartered in Naivasha, and as part of the Jamhuri Week, we have been exhibiting various innovations that we have, including how you can get your wildlife research permit online, that you, on the comfort of your house, you can download our form, get it out. We have also displayed a prototype wildlife database. If you want to know where wildlife are, we have real-time monitoring technology, satellite tracking of lions, of elephants. We've been showing the community and the Kenyans how that is done. Yes. So we are coming to the tail end of the week, and today is really a special day for the Institute and for the country, because His Excellency the President is going to release the 2025 National Wildlife Census. That's the big day. In any time from now, we'll be having the President in this spot to unveil to Kenyans the status of their wildlife, where they are and how many they are, and what we need to do to secure them for the generations to come. So we are very excited together with our partners. We are looking forward to this day, and we are hoping these results will not just be in a report. They are not just a report. They are going to guide the sustainable management of our wildlife and where they live, the habitat. And it's also just get a balance between wildlife and people so that they can live in harmony. We have strategies that we have recommended in the report.
And we do not want to give out too much, because we do not want to take away the surprise, in terms of how many warthogs, for example, we have, how many hyenas we have, how many elephants we have so far. But really just to speak on the importance of research, and also talking about human-wildlife coexistence in harmony, because we've also had a lot of those cases. But so far we've seen them reduce. And you talked about some of the strategies that have been there. So then moving forward, what are you excited the most, about as an institute, but also as an individual?
I'm very excited because we've been able to bring all the research and data together. That for the first time now the government has an institution that is able to provide data to any land user. If you want to build a road and you want to know whether it is within a migratory route. The institute now have that data. We have real-time data, so that when you are designing, include wildlife, so that we don't wait to see the highway, then we say it is in a wildlife migratory route. Come to the institute, and you'll be provided with the data, and that is for all uses, even for water, agriculture. We should be able to use the data that now is available. We have a national wildlife data portal.
Okay,
with
I
all
see.
Information, and that will be very good for development and for existence.
I see that. Thank you so much, Dr. Obonje. I mean, there's so much to learn, there's so much to celebrate. And we say all the very best, even with the launch of the census. But unfortunately, our time is up right here on Your World. But again, we will still be here to explore, because again, like someone mentioned, there's a national park here at KICC. So I don't know whether, Mwikali, you've visited the national park, Upper KICC.
And that is how we wrap it up on Your World this amazing morning. I'm inside opposite Manunda, nganya fulani ya umoja. Na nimeambiwa niseme umoja, niseme umojer. That's what's up. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place. Asanteni sana. I hope you had a lovely time, and we get to see you. Bye bye. Achantafte ile honi.